It's too early for this much cuteness. These are so freaking wonderful. I'm like, where have you been all my life, right? They might be cousins, but they're not like twins, if you guys know what I mean. Hey guys, it's Sue here. Welcome back to my channel, love. So for today's video, I thought I'd show you guys some of the hottest releases of this month and kind of just give you guys a brief review. And let's get started right away because it's quite a list. So yeah, let's get started. All right, the first, oh, you're in the way. Alright, first I have to show you guys this amazingly, disgustingly cute Apieu Dailylike collaboration that they did. So Dailylike is basically, from what I understand, it's like a lifestyle brand like Taju in Korea that you can find. So they collabed and came out with these new, beautiful, so adorable design packaging for the Wonder Tension packs, which, as you guys know, are one of my favorites. They're very high coverage. They apply super well onto the skin. They hide borders really well. And it is really affordable too, and it's really great. Let me just move that right back. There's nothing new about the products themselves, so I'm not gonna go into details because I've done reviews on the Wonder Tension packs plenty of times. So I'll leave a link up there and down below if you guys need them. But yeah, let me just skim through this one. And then these puffs as well. Look at this llama. It's too early for this much cuteness. And they also have this diary, which I thought was really great. It's like a really thin, compact diary. And then you have the monthly grids, and then you just have like the blank ones, which I'm all for, so I don't need to buy a planner for next year. Yay! And then they also have these very cute masking tapes that have like a fox on them, a corgi. Now, some of you guys asked if this collection was a limited edition, and I do believe it is. If I'm not, I will correct myself with subtitles. So if you want them, hurry up and get yours right now. Speaking of Apieu, they also released the new Couture line. They released the Couture Blush and the eyeshadows. And let me start with the eyeshadow, guys, because oh my gosh, these are so freaking wonderful. I'm like, where have you been all my life, right? So basically, these are baked eyeshadows, and with the Couture eyeshadows, these are all glitters, and the glitter pigments are no joke. These are so sparkly, so glittery that I think a lot of you guys will enjoy. These are out of this world. Like I said, these are baked shadows, so they go on really smoothly. I don't use a brush. I just go straight in with my hand and then kind of spread it over my eyelids, and it just looks like I have a galaxy on my eyelids. It's so freaking beautiful. Now, out of all the eyeshadow colors that they have, I will say not all of them are my cup of tea. Like, for example, this color Madras is a very dark grayish color, and I'm not saying it's bad quality or bad color itself. It's just not who I am. However, the two colors that I absolutely freaking recommend are these two. So this is number 28 Fringe. Guys, you guys have to check this out at the store. Beautiful orange, warm toned. Has a hint of gold specks in it, and it just really brightens up your eyes. It's a beautiful, stunning glitter color. I highly recommend. And then this number 26 Siasaka. What does that mean? This is basically a beautiful crystal glitter color that looks amazing on your aegyo, like under your eyes right here in the inner corners. I'm in love with these two colors. I highly, highly recommend you guys to check them out. Moving on to the blushers. Now, I will admit that I was more excited about the blushers, but the eyeshadows did end up surprising me more than the blushers. So these are also baked blushers, and they're very smooth, and when you swatch them with your hands, they feel like a baby's bottom. And so I thought, okay, this is gonna be great. You and I, we're gonna last forever. But when I actually went in with a brush, with my regular brush that I use all the time, I did find that it gave a very, very subtle pigment, which was something that I just wasn't expecting. I was expecting, bam, right in your face pigments with these colors. So definitely with these blushers, even though they're beautiful colors, I do feel like you do need a bit of fix plus with it if you do want a more stronger pigmentation, which is something that I'm into nowadays. All right, moving on to Espoir. Espoir came out with, mine is so dirty. So Espoir recently came out with these two new products. This is the Espoir Skin Glow Water, and this is the Taping Concealer Foundation. And let me start with the Skin Glow Water because this is my current obsession. Wow, I really, really like this product. FYI, I'm really into oil products nowadays, and I just love how they look on the skin. And now that it's definitely getting colder, I do have the dehydrated skin, especially in the colder season. So I have been absolutely loving anything oil. Now, Even though it's called a skin glow water, I think this is just basically an oil base that you just put on before you put on your foundation or concealer, and it works perfectly with matte and a bit more drying foundation. So recently I filmed a Get Ready With Me testing out the Tom Ford cushion, and I told you guys that the Tom Ford cushion did seem very drying on my U-zone, but when paired up with products like this, it works fine. It stays on perfectly, flawlessly throughout the day. Just make sure matte and drying foundation look more beautiful, and it helps them settle better on your skin and sit more comfortably on your skin, so it doesn't make your skin look patchy and dry, and it doesn't emphasize texture problems. So I highly recommend. The only problem that I have with this product is that this is a pretty big packaging for only 15 ml. Yes, you heard me. That's right, this is only 15 ml, and I thought that was pretty deceiving on Espoir, because I'm pretty sure you don't need this big of a packaging to fit 15 ml, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. So that is the only downside, but in terms of like the product itself, the content, I'm in love. Me gusta mucho. Complimenti. Especially if you have dehydrated skin or dry skin. So yeah. Moving on to the Taping Concealer Foundation. Wow, guys, this is some thick-ass coverage foundation. I haven't had a thick-ass coverage foundation in a very long time. This almost reminded me of the CosRX, Blemish Fit cushion. I hope I'm getting that right. This is thick, so you do need to go with a light hand when using this, or else it will get very messy. This comes from experience, so bear that in mind. But when you do go in with a lighter hand, it does last a very long time. It has very high coverage. I personally don't need to use a concealer when I use this, and it sits well. Personally, I didn't fall in love with this product like I fell in love with the Water Skin Glow. Yeah, it's not my favorite, I guess. I just find it a bit too thick, and I just feel like there are other better mattes and high coverage foundations out there that do a better job on my skin. I'm just saying it's not my favorite. Do you guys know what I mean? The only like legit problem that I seem to have with this foundation is that when I, dump it on the back of my hand to apply it, sometimes I feel like the formula kind of separates, and I just get this puddle of oil surrounding the foundation or the formula, so I feel like I really do have to shake it well before I use this. Alright, next two products are these, and I feel like a lot of you guys are interested in these two in particular. This is the Cream Skin, and then this is the Ampoule Skin. Very similar, no? Wink wink hint hint. So let me start with the Laneige one, because this was released a bit earlier than the Innisfree one, and I just want to first mention I really appreciate it when brands come out with new idea products, new concept. So I really did appreciate that Laneige kind of pushed the boundaries of the skincare market, and they came out with this whole new concept. But yeah, the Cream Skin is basically, from what I understand, they made a skin or a toner version of a cream. So they kind of liquefied it and made it into this really milky, soft formula. And it's supposed to be as moisturizing as a cream, but very soft and refreshing and light like a toner or skin. The main ingredient of this beautiful product is amino acids, which they extracted from white tea leaves, which contains much more amounts of amino acids compared to a regular green tea. And amino acids are known to help with the skin's hydration, resilience, texture, and just gives the skin an overall plump, supple appearance. And you're supposed to use this as like a toner, like a first step of skincare. And for me, so far I do like this. I think it's a pleasant, nice, milky texture. It just feels very nice on the skin, and I don't have anything to complain about. However, I don't find it as moisturizing as they claim to be. This is supposed to be like a cream, but in a liquid form. But for me, I didn't find it to be that moisturizing, but it does a pretty good job in hydrating the skin as a first step in the skincare. It helps with dehydration a bit, so it's a nice skincare product, I suppose. Next, I'm going to talk about this Innisfree Jinjahoney Ampoule Skin, which kind of has a similar concept. They mixed in an ampoule and a skin. So this is a skin or a toner that's supposed to be as hydrating as an ampoule. So depending on how many layers you use, this will give you different effects. So if you use one layer, this will act like a toner. If you go in with a couple of layers, this will act like an ampoule. I do really like this. I actually prefer this over the Laneige one just because I feel like this one does hydrate my skin a little bit better. It almost has that, you know, syrupy texture, and it kind of feels like a serum almost. And in this cold chilly weather, that is something that I do prefer to use, and it just leaves my skin very supple, plump, and nice. Now the main ingredient of this is honey extract. Honey is known to have a lot of great properties: anti-inflammatory, antibacterial, really healthy for your skin to recover. I like to use this as like the second step of my skincare. So I would first use like a pad to really kind of wipe off my skin, and then I would use this as like the first step to hydrate my skin, and it is more affordable than the Laneige ones. Last but not least, I have the Nature Republic Be Rosish collection. Now this has actually been out for a pretty while, but a lot of you guys were asking for my opinions about it, so I thought I'll just pop it in this video because I have used the entire collection. I bought it myself and I have been using them for quite a while, so I feel like I can give you guys my review and my thoughts on it. I'll start with this cushion right here. This is the Nature Republic Provence Air Skin Fit One Day Lasting Padecution. It's actually written in English, fade cushion, which is like pade, like fade is supposed to be short for foundation. In Korea we call it like pade. So yeah, we have this cushion right here, and basically Nature Republic has this beautiful foundation which is called Provence Air Skin Fit. So they've basically made this into a cushion version, and I will say I do like this cushion, but I don't think this is a cushion version of this beautiful foundation. This foundation is one of my favorites. It doesn't have as much coverage, but it makes your skin look like it was sent from the heavens, like it was sent from the angels. It gives such a beautiful glow, and it makes your skin look flawless, and so that's why I really like this foundation. However, I find that this foundation is a little bit thicker and it does have more coverage, which is great, but I just don't think, you know, they're related. They might be cousins, but they're not like twins, if you guys know what I mean. As a cushion itself, I don't think it's that bad. It lasts on the skin for a long time, so it does have a decent amount of longevity. I don't have necessarily anything bad to say about it, but it doesn't give you that beautiful, breathtaking finish like the foundation does, so keep that in mind. This blusher palette I already mentioned in one of my get ready with me's, I think, and it's a very highly pigmented palette. I love the color arrangement. It's perfect for the fall. It's just that I just have to be really careful and use a light hand when using this because this is pigmented. It goes on a little bit patchy just because I feel like it's a little bit too pigmented, but that might be because of my lack of skills. Last but definitely not least, I have these lip products from the Be Rosish collection as well, and I will say guys, I really like these. These feel so fluffy and so soft. To an extent, they feel like they're disappearing away like clouds. The downside is that I don't feel like they really latch onto my lips, so longevity is definitely an issue with these, but these feel really airless, soft. These kind of remind me of the velvet airy tints of Peri Para, but even lighter and even softer and even fluffier. And one of the great things that I find about these fluffier textures is that they're so easy to work with. You don't have to be precise or concise with them. You can just slap them on and you're good to go. These have been my go-to nowadays. They're so easy to work with. So first I have the Rose Macaron, which is an MLBB mauve soft deep pink color, and it's just a great color for every day. It goes on with pretty much any look for the fall. It's super easy to work with. And then number 2, I have Carrot Cake, which looks really intimidating by sight. However, the payoff is really different to how it looks. It actually mixes in really well with my own lip color and creates this really bright reddish orangish color. So it's perfect for the fall, but it's not too deep and too heavy. And then last, I have the color Red Brownie. This color is definitely a deeper one, definitely sultry. I feel like I have to go to a Halloween party when I use this, so I do like to spread this out really thinly across my lips when I do go on with this. So yeah, I have these 3 colors and I really do like them a lot, all of them, and I do recommend these ones. So that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please like and let me know if you guys want to see more of these kinds of videos, like the new releases and what I think about them. Definitely let me know. Please like, subscribe, and follow me on Instagram at _Kbeauty. I'll see you guys in my next. Ciao!